I know a lot of y'all are probably gonna disagree with me on this, but in the big 2025, GTA Online just low-key feels unplayable. I mean, bro, modders have taken over every lobby, every single vehicle is stupidly overpriced, and walking out of my apartment is just like ensuring myself I'm gonna die to a tryhard. And that's not even mentioning this thing. And bro, I'm not saying this to shit on GTA. I love the game. It's literally my to play this game. My bad on the cursing, but anyway, yeah, even though I love this game, I still think there's some pretty obvious problems with it that, yeah, I want to see get fixed, but let's be real, bro. The game's been out for 12 years. These things aren't getting fixed. So I guess it's more so just things I would like to not see happen in GTA 6. You know, let's not ruin that game. And that first thing is glitches, because it feels like every time I open YouTube, I'm just flooded with different ways to mod my car, glitch my outfit, or make a concerning amount of money. I will say those money glitches usually are fake, but the rest of them, oh, dude, the rest of them work like a charm. And to a point, I get it, right? Any big game that you can think of has glitches in it. But, like, you know, it's usually not holes in the map that's been out for 12 years. Or players that find way to get rapid fire or go in God mode or duplicate cars that they can sell to Los Santos Customs. Yeah, most of the big games that you are thinking of don't have as many what I would call game-breaking glitches. And now, I'll be honest, bro, have I abused some of these glitches? 100%, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Allegedly, of course. But I've really only done the stupid ones, like launch glitches or melting my car. You know, just some random stuff to give me and the boys a good laugh. I can honestly say I have never went out of my way to find some weird method that lets me become invisible so I can call other people trash. And if you do, please just uninstall the game, bro. We don't want you. I was actually thinking about doing a video where I make a tier list of all the different GTA glitches, but after about probably 10 minutes of research, I scrapped that video so fast because it is minimum 1 hour long. I mean, bro, just in some different categories, we would have car glitches, clothing glitches, launch glitches, wall breach glitches, money glitches, what? I don't know. I could probably continue. But anyway, I won't. I'll spare you guys. Let's just move on to someone who, it's actually someone super similar to who abuses glitches. It's some people that abuse the fact that they have no job or like anything good to do in a day. I'm talking about tryhards. Tryhards are easily one of the biggest problems in GTA Online because anything I ever want to do just gets ruined by them. Oh, wait, one of my businesses has a full supply. Bet. Let me just go ahead and sell that. Oh, wait, I can't. I'm gonna get blown up. I just bought and customized a brand new supercar. Yo, that's dope. Let me go drive it around without some tryhard sniping me. Tryhards suck is my main point here. And obviously, bro, this isn't like some new phenomenon. Tryhards have been a problem for a super long time, but I do feel like it's only got really bad in the past couple recent years. Like here, editor, can we pop up a little graph of like a little exponential graph? You know, maybe pop it up right here. That's the current state of tryhards, if my editor did his job right. Because in 2013, when GTA 5 first came out, players were worried about doing enough missions to buy their first apartment and car. And yeah, they bought weapons to mess around with, but bread, nobody was worried about their KD. They were too busy trying to cop a bag. Now we got people spending their real life bag for a modded KD. It's actually kind of concerning. Now, I will say, I understand wanting to be good at GTA, to be able to, like, defend yourself against other tryhards, be good at sniping, have your combat rules on point. You know, if you want to be good at the game, that's chill. But it's like, bro, use your nerdy tryhard skills for good. There are so many times where I'm just trying to mind my own business and get some collectibles to unlock a little outfit, but I can't because I keep getting killed, or I become a pizza man, and for once in my life, just try to make an honest living just to catch a bullet to my dome. And obviously there's a bunch more examples you could say that where tryhards are annoying, but with all these examples, I feel like there's two things y'all could say back, one of which being
skill issue, just get good.
Which, if you're saying that, fuck off. Okay, I don't have 9 hours a day to become a tryhard like y'all. And I'm definitely not hiring a coach, which, yes, is something people actually do. I'm not even trolling. But the other thing that you guys could say is, well, just go in an invite-only session. That seems like the obvious choice here. And to that, I don't even know what I would say that. That's a valid point. I can't even argue with that. Whatever. Yeah, that's a valid point, but I don't care. I'm still happy I complained. But that's still only two of the problems. Coming up, we have a bunch more things that I know all of you hate. But first, boys. Okay, so GTA Online, the game's officially cooked, right? Yep. You know what's not cooked? Grand RP, a completely free-to-play GTA RP server that has normal, chill, nice players in it that just want to buy a car and roleplay. There's none of this trying to bully you into uninstalling the game thing. And by clicking the link in my description and registering for a free account, you can download the launcher and test out all of this for yourself. There's always a bunch of people online. There's real you can get. I gotta stop swearing, dude. But you guys get the point. There's just like an endless amount of different things to do. You can own businesses, customize cars. The world is yours. So check out the link in my description. Sign up for a free account. Also, when you use my link, you get a bunch of free stuff when you log in. So you can't beat it, really. So yeah, go check it out, and thank you very much, Grand RP, for sponsoring this video. But what was I talking about? Yeah, I need to get back to complaining, specifically about the Oppressor Mark II, which, my god, might have started the downfall of GTA. Most of the vehicles in this game are either fast, good defensively, or good offensively, but the Oppressor Mark II is a clear exception. It easily checks all of these boxes by being stupidly fast, having homing missiles, and can counter missiles coming at it. Y'all can probably see the problem here. Now, I will admit, yeah, obviously, after its nerf of getting worse homing missiles, longer wait times, I don't even remember all the nerfs it got, but I know it got a lot that made it significantly worse. And bro, since they made these changes, I feel like I have seen so many more people say that the Oppressor Mark II is like a good thing that it's in the game, mainly for the fact that it just makes missions so much easier, which, all right, I do agree with that. At least for the most part. If I ever start up any sort of mission, yeah, I'm calling out my Oppressor Mark II, because instead of having to drive some long route, I can just sit there scrolling through TikTok flying in a straight line. My main point with that is it just makes all of these dope cars that we have in GTA feel useless. Because yes, obviously you could just drive around normal cars all the time. I'm sure a lot of the time you probably do, but dude, there's really no denying it's worse and just makes missions take longer. It's kind of like buying an Android. Like, yeah, you could do it, but nobody actually does, or if you do, you're weird. Like, normal cars are like the Android, and the Oppressor Mark II is Apple. We all know what we're choosing in that situation. And it's annoying, bro, because I love all of these supercars that I spend way too much money on, but I just never use them because the Oppressor Mark II is too good. The Oppressor Mark II is so good that I hate it. I am telling you, I hate it, but I can't stop using it. But I don't use it for PvP or ruining people's missions. That's where it just gets weird. Anyway, I could talk about reasons that I despise the Oppressor Mark II's existence for way too long, but instead, let's just move on to the next problem of inflation. Again, going back to when GTA 5 first came out, the Adder was the most expensive car in the game at a $1 million price point. Actually, it was the most expensive thing in the game, more than every helicopter, apartment, business, all of that stuff was cheaper. At least, wait, hold on, I think I might have just lied to y'all. Hold on. Yeah, okay, no, this dude said the same thing. Remember when the True Fade Adder was the most expensive thing to buy and how hard it was to get that kind of money? And bro, just look at how different the website looked back then. Anyway, like I was saying, yeah, this fucking Adder was the most expensive thing in all of GTA, and getting it was not easy because we did not have the heist or the businesses that we have today. There's pretty much just contact missions, which do not pay a lot of money. So if you were able to get $1 million to buy this car, it really felt like you earned it. Whereas if we fast forward to today, bruh, $1 million won't even get you some of the worst cars in the game. And I get things going up in price. Obviously, as we get new DLCs and new and better ways of making money, things have to go up in price or every player could get everything. But you want me to pay almost $5 million for a reskin $745,000 Gauntlet Hellfire? Fuck out of here, dude. It's also just like the inconsistency in prices. Like, you want to buy a Karen Futo? Bet. That'll be $9,000. You want to buy a Karen Futo GTX? That will be 1.5 million. Like, bro, they're the same thing. Rockstar is really good at putting us in this never-ending loop where we have money, but then we spend that money. Now we have no money, so we grind the game to make more money. Then we spend that money. It's an endless loop. You get the point. And they really got us just stuck here, man, because they can do whatever they want. They can raise the prices, and I know all of y'all are still gonna sit there and grind the game to get these cars, which so am I, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm any different, but it's just really annoying, bro. bro, I liked when prices were kind of realistic. Like $1 million for a Bugatti is, you know, about what you would pay in real life, or at least it's close. It's not like a Honda Civic cost $2 million in real life like it does in the game. But anyway, yeah, that's the problem of inflation. It's not honestly a huge issue because we have so many ways to make money and all that. It's just the rate that this is happening, really. Like, could you imagine if GTA 5 Online lived on for another 12 years and they kept giving us new updates, new ways to make money? Bro, you would be paying $20 million for a card. But whatever, I'll stop yapping about that. Let's move on to the next problem, which is a much bigger issue, and that would be modders. I play on PC, and loading into a lobby is like loading into an active war zone where more than likely at least one player is modding. And what I like to do is when I encounter these modders, I like to make shorts about it, with some of my favorite being this one dude I found who was level 1 billion. This guy who had his gun in the casino, or I even did this full video where I spectated one of the weirdest modders I think I've ever seen. And that's just when I'm recording, bro. Do you know what happens when I'm just playing this game for fun? Oh, I get teleported across the map, sent into a cage, get frozen in place for my game to crash. It's just like a never-ending battle. It feels unplayable quite often. I know pretty recently Rockstar did just get a new anti-cheat called Battle Eye, but modders are treating this like a joke, which is low-key fair when you can just turn off the anti-cheat. If it's off, however, you're really not supposed to be able to enter online, but who's ever cooking up these mod menus is getting around that pretty easily. Now, I will say, I don't think modding's as big of a problem as it used to be, which probably sounds crazy, but bro, people probably just get bored of it after a while. It's kind of like that graph we popped up earlier, just reversed. I feel like a couple of years ago, money drops and really just hackers in general were a much bigger problem, because as of now, dude, I can't remember the last time I had a hacker mess with my money. And if you play on console, then you're definitely good. The worst thing that you're gonna encounter there is probably someone on a modded account, which I don't even want to get started on how modded accounts have ruined GTA. I say that as I definitely have a modded account. Allegedly. But yeah, I mean, my point here is that modders suck, bro. They're so annoying. Honestly, all the stuff we talked about today is really, really annoying. So yeah, just don't do any of it. And Rockstar, if you're watching this, please, for the love of God, do not fuck up GTA 6.